Tricia, how you doing?
Hey, good. We're talking about the Avalanche Alumni and the Vail Mountaineer Hockey Weekend. This is
Here it
big
is. Yep.
news. Yes. Okay,
I'm
perfect.
meeting Tom for the very first time. Maybe we
Yeah,
should just go ahead and do his segment right now. Why don't you guys go ahead and get into it?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. We're
okay.
excited for the weekend.
I know, we're excited. So, this is the fourth annual Avalanche Alumni Weekend and a big fundraiser for youth hockey throughout Eagle County. And, Tom, first of all, why is that so important? I mean, I know hockey, it's pretty equipment intensive, a lot of travel. So, this kind of helps offset the cost, right?
You're exactly right. This is for the Vail Mountaineer Hockey Club. It's our biggest fundraiser. Yeah, hockey. There's a lot of stuff that goes along with it. Volunteers, parents, everything. And this fundraiser this weekend is a huge help for us. So it's awesome.
Okay. Yeah. And we're bringing in some players that are pretty big names. In fact, one of them lives here, is a full time resident here, which is nice to have that connection.
Yeah, that's a great connection. That really helps make this thing happen. That's our very own John Michael Lyles. He'll be here. Pierre Turgeon. If you don't know that name, you should look up his stats. Jan Stasny will be here. Kyle Quincy, Peter Budai. These guys are awesome former NHL hockey players, and they're going to be in town, accessible on the ice. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. So now the clinics and everything start tomorrow. I know those are sold out. Those are for the kids tomorrow afternoon.
Correct. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
and then and then the meet and greet, we can see some of the players. Maybe the mascot's
Yep.
going to be there too. Take some photos, autographs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's all happening at Gray Salt tomorrow, and that's for everybody. Yeah, like you mentioned, the clinics are full, but those are a ton of fun for the kids. They'll be on the ice with the players. But yeah, Gray Salt, one of the many local sponsors that helps put this on, so it's great.
Okay. And then tell us about the game tomorrow night. You know, in today's newspaper, it talked about Vail Snowcats making their debut. I mean, what a way to make their debut. They're playing the Avalanche alumni.
Yeah, that is true. They are good, but they will have their hands full. These guys are the real deal. So yeah, the game's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. It's a ton of fun. Terry Armistead, our local rock and roller, she'll be singing the national anthem.
Oh,
Yep. There is a relay race with a bunch of kids in between during the first intermission. In the second intermission, you've got a chuck-a-puck where you can win $500. It's
Oh,
really
wow.
fun. Anyone can win. There's no skill involved, and then the game itself. I mean, you can't say it enough. These guys are former NHL hockey players, and
Yeah.
they're really good. And then it's great to have the Snowcats out there with them. It's gonna be
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
now back to
Yeah.
the fundraiser part. If you don't mind me interjecting here, for anyone that make it to the game, if they care to donate, there's a way to do that.
That's correct. Yep. Bid Pal, and that's on the screen there. You can also go to the Vail Mountaineer Hockey Club website, and that'll take you right to it. But there's silent auction stuff. We got to talk about that if you have a second.
Go for it.
So you can bid on a jersey signed by every player that was on the Avs Stanley Cup team this year, which is amazing. You can actually bid on a hut trip. With 8 people, you can go, and some Avalanche alumni will do a night at the hut with you. So these guys are right there. They're involved. They're helping out, and it's really cool.
So, Tricia, what's interesting is Tom literally was riding up on his bike looking for the connection that he's supposed to meet out here for Vail Valley Live. So this segment is happening like in the moment. Tom, my name is Ty Diaz, by
Hey,
the way.
Tom Corrigan.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice
Hey,
to meet you.
how about you get on the show or something?
Yeah, here we
tell,
are.
us,
Yeah.
tell us who you are sometime.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
pretty much. This is happening as it is. I haven't even had a chance to pre-screen for this
I
segment.
know.
This is live TV.
I'm
right?
just live TV, so
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know what? See,
Awesome.
I talked to Trista. So Trista Sutter is the fundraising director. We were all
Yeah.
on the phone with Lee, and she's like, "I'll get Tom on." So yes. So and Tom, you've been a long time local. Are you still ski patrol as well?
Oh,
I am not. I've taken 4 years off the ski patrol. So yeah, that I did that for a long time. My wife still does it, and yeah, and God bless Trista, by the way. I want to give her a shout out for this. She puts this weekend together, and it's awesome, and yeah, it's great. We
Yeah, you know
love
what?
Trista.
For the last 4 years, and you had to kind of not really do the 2021 because of COVID, but it's amazing the amount of money that you've been able to raise in the last 4 years, especially with a great connection with the Avalanche alumni, and how amazing. And you played hockey growing up. Did you ever get to play with heroes or do the clinics with the heroes?
I've been fortunate to play with some pretty good hockey players. I still do play a little bit, and I'm friends with John Michael Isles, so that helps out. And but you are right. This event is so cool, and it's such a local thing. We got so many local sponsors that help us. This year, our presenting sponsor is Frontgate Avon, and without all these local businesses and coming together, it wouldn't have. And it makes a big difference for the hockey community. So it's really neat.
When you think about Vail, and really put hockey together with it, though we have the Dobson Ice Arena, and Vail has a team. I mean, people are learning about this.
Yeah. Yep.
So maybe if you would mind doing these viewers a favor and invite them to the game right now.
Yep, you got to come to the game. It is a real deal hockey game, and Vail, Colorado, believe it or not, is a hockey town. It's a ski town, but it is a hockey town, and the program's growing. And if you have any interest in hockey at all, or if you're just getting into it, you want to know about it, this is a great introduction, and it's a ton of fun.
And for this particular event, when, where, and what time?
So the game, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. The virtual auction is still going. That goes on until tomorrow night at midnight. Gray Salt tomorrow. The main stuff happens tomorrow. Tomorrow throughout the day, the clinics. But yeah, the game. If you got to do one thing, do the game. 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
All right, very good, Tom. I thank you very much for coming on to the show. Tricia Swenson, any more questions?
Oh man, but these auction items look great. The hut trip, like you mentioned, the jersey. So once again, it's going to end at basically midnight, 11:59 tomorrow. And then Gray Salt thing, going to be so cool if you can't make it to the game. But Ty, I think that sounds like a great afternoon. You go to Lionset in the afternoon for some Oktoberfest. Doors open at 6. And we're going to have Terry Armstead singing the national anthem, getting everyone ready. We might see some dirndls and lederhosen at the game. All right? That could be a first.
And if I make it to the game, you'll find me with the best seat in the house right next to the glass.
Oh, and then the announcer, too. Who's going to be calling the game, Tom?
Ooh.
Oh, Mike Mosier of the voice of the Colorado Avs.
Yeah.
Yep, he's on Altitude Network, and you recognize his voice, and he'll be here too.
Okay. Wow. It sounds like the hottest ticket in town, which you can get. You can get your tickets in advance, or so go to the website Vail Mountaineer, and then we'll figure it all out. And you can check out those items for the auction as well. Tom, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate everything you're doing for youth hockey. And
Tom, nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thanks so much. Glad that worked out.
Thanks. Okay, perfect. All right, thanks, you
Now back to you.
guys.